All right, so we're diving deep into affiliate marketing today, and we've got this guide, How to Succeed in Affiliate Marketing. I mean, most people kind of get the basics, right? You recommend a product, someone clicks your link and buys it, you get a commission. But this guide, it seems to go way deeper than that, especially when it talks about actually choosing
Oh
products.
yeah, for sure. It really stresses that, you can't just throw any affiliate link up there and hope it works. There's like a whole strategy to it, especially if you want to build something, that's going to last. And it gets into like niche selection and understanding the ins and outs of different types of products.
Okay, so let's start with what we know. I mean, we know digital products like ebooks and online courses, they boast those high commissions, right? Like sometimes even over 70%. But is there data to back that up? Or is that just like hype?
Well, the guide actually cites a study. It compared average commission rates across different product categories. And digital products, on average, had a commission rate of 40%, with some niches going as high as 75%, which, when you compare that to physical products, there's a big difference. Physical products only averaged like 6% commission.
Wow, that's a huge difference. So purely by the numbers, it sounds like digital is the way to go. But it can't be that simple, right? I mean, what are the downsides of going all in on digital products?
Well, that's where things get a little more complex.
Yeah.
Because while those high commission rates are like super tempting, the guide reminds us that, the digital product space, it can be super competitive. Think about like the make money online niche or the weight loss niche. It feels like everyone is promoting those things, which,
Right.
it can be really hard to actually stand out and make, a decent income.
Right. So it's like a digital gold rush. Everyone's trying to get their piece. So what's the solution then? Is the guide saying like stay away from digital products altogether?
Not really, no. The key, according to the guide at least, is to actually focus on smaller, more specialized niches. They actually call it finding your golden goose. So basically, you want a niche where there's less competition. And you can really kind of establish yourself as like an authority in that area.
I like that. Golden goose. What's an example from the guide? Like something that really shows how to niche down.
Yeah, absolutely. They use the example of an ebook about flower arranging. Now, that might not sound as glamorous as like some internet marketing scheme or something. But when you think about it, you're targeting a very specific group of people with a very specific interest, people who are passionate about flower arranging.
Okay, so less competition, a more engaged audience, and probably higher conversion rates then. I'm starting to see the appeal. But what about those of us who are drawn to, like, oh, that massive product selection on Amazon?
It's
So familiar.
Right, well, that's where the Amazon Associates program comes in. The guide actually dedicates a whole chapter to it. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, Amazon is like this behemoth. And becoming an associate basically gives you access to, I don't even know how many products. It's got to be millions.
But those low commission rates, though, we were talking about that earlier. I think the guide mentioned Amazon commissions are typically like, what, 4% to 8%? Compared to those digital products, that seems like almost nothing.
Yeah, that's true. But Amazon's real strength is in like its volume and customer trust. Think about it.
Yeah.
People already feel good about buying from Amazon. It's a trusted brand. It has like a really smooth checkout process, and all that built-in trust can actually lead to higher conversion rates, even with those lower commissions.
That's true. If someone's on Amazon, they're probably already looking to buy something. So yeah, there's less convincing involved. Is there anything else that makes being an Amazon associate worth it? Besides that, customer trust.
Actually, yeah, this is something that surprised me in the guide. Amazon actually offers commissions on any product purchased within 24 hours of someone clicking your affiliate link. So even if they click on a link for like a coffee maker and end up buying a new TV, you still get a commission on that TV.
Whoa, that's interesting. So it's like a bonus just for sending people to Amazon. But wouldn't that apply even if a product has a lower commission rate?
Yeah, that's right. The guide kind of suggests that even if those individual product commissions seem low, this halo effect can actually really boost your overall earnings, especially if you're driving a lot of traffic to Amazon.
This is making me rethink my whole approach to this. So we've talked about digital products, physical products on Amazon. What other things does this guide explore?
Well, it also gets into selling services and SaaS. That's software as a service, as an affiliate. So things like web hosting, online courses, even project management software.
Okay, so now we're moving beyond like tangible products. What are the opportunities with those?
Well, the most interesting part here is recurring commissions. So instead of just getting like a one-time payment, you actually continuously earn a commission every month, as long as that customer, stay subscribed to that service, the guide highlights web hosting accounts as a great example.
Right, so you sign someone up for a web hosting service, and as long as they keep paying for it, you keep getting a cut. That sounds like a really solid passive income stream.
Exactly. And it's not just web hosting either. The guide also talks about recurring commissions for like online courses, membership sites, even some subscription box services.
It seems like there's a lot more to this than I initially thought. There are different product types, commission structures, and a whole world of niches to explore.
Yeah, for sure. And that's really just scratching the surface. The guide, it really stresses how important it is to understand your audience, build a strong brand, and come up with a marketing strategy that really speaks to your chosen niche.
Okay, so we've got product selection down, but now I'm curious about the audience building side of things and marketing. What are the main takeaways from the guide on those topics?
Well, the guide really stresses that building an audience, it's more than just like getting a bunch of followers. It's really about creating a community, a group of people who actually trust your recommendations because they connect with your brand on like a deeper level.
Okay, so it's about building a brand, not just like a following. But how do you actually do that? Like, what are the actual pieces you need to create a successful brand?
Well, the guide breaks it down into three main things. You need a clear mission statement,
Yeah.
a well-defined target audience, and a consistent visual style. So the mission statement basically acts as your like compass. It guides your content and your product choices. The target audience is obviously who you're talking to. And then the visual style is how you're actually presenting yourself to the world.
So it's not just about pushing products. It's like creating this whole experience.
Yeah.
And everything they see, everything they read, it should all be part of that brand message.
Exactly. And the guide, it actually criticizes those, like generic brands, the ones that try to be everything to everyone. They argue that. Like really specialized niche brands, those are way more effective.
I'm curious about those niche brands. Can you give me an example from the guide? Something that shows how that works.
Yeah, sure. So they compare like a general fitness brand to more specialized ones like fitness for over 40s or paleo fitness or like hardcore bodybuilding. You see how those more specialized brands, they have a much clearer focus. So they're more likely to actually connect with their target audience.
Right, because someone who's into paleo fitness probably wouldn't be interested in the same stuff as someone who's like super into bodybuilding.
Exactly. It's all about speaking directly to the needs and desires of that very specific group. And that leads to much higher engagement and conversion rates.
Okay, so we've got our brand figured out, but what do we actually do with it? Like, how does that translate into, real stuff?
Well, the guide says that a strong brand should be reflected in your visual design, your content, and even your product selection. So that means your website design, your logo, your color scheme, even the way you write. All of that should be in line with your brand's personality.
So it's like you're creating a whole world, and
Yeah.
your audience, they want to be a part of it because it speaks to them.
That's a great way to put it. And when you have that consistency, it builds trust. People see that you're genuine and authentic.
Yeah.
And they're way more likely to actually believe your recommendations. Which brings us to another really important point from the guide, the importance of creating high quality, unique content.
I was wondering when we get to the content part, everyone says content is king, but what does that actually mean for affiliate marketing?
Well, the guide is really clear on this. You can't just rehash stuff that's already out there.
Yeah.
You have to offer something fresh, something valuable, something that really positioned you as an expert in whatever niche you've chosen. So whether it's blog posts, videos, podcasts, infographics, your content has to be insightful, engaging, and genuinely helpful.
So it's not just about being like a content aggregator. You need to actually be a thought leader.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And the guide suggests either write content yourself, drawing on your own passion and expertise, or find writers who are genuinely passionate about the topic.
Yeah.
Because that passion, it's going to come through in their writing, and it's going to engage your audience.
It makes sense. When you're excited about something, other people can feel that. And that excitement, it turns into trust. People can tell if you really believe in what you're talking about, and they're more likely to trust your recommendations.
Right. And that trust is key.
Yeah.
Because it ultimately leads to conversions. But creating great content is only half the battle.
Right.
You also have to get that content in front of the right people.
Okay, so we've built our brand, we've got amazing content, we've carefully chosen our products. Now, how do we actually get people to click those links and make those purchases?
Well, that's where marketing strategies come in. And the guide really goes deep on this, talks about all sorts of tactics, from creating persuasive sales pages to subtly embedding affiliate links in your content.
Let's start with sales pages.
Yeah.
So those are designed to directly promote a specific product. What makes a really good sales page? Like, what are the things that make it convert?
Well, the guide really stresses the importance of understanding the buyer persona. So you need to know who you're actually selling to, their demographics, their needs, their desires, even their pain points.
Wait, hold on. Can we back up for a sec? I'm not sure I totally get what a buyer persona is.
Oh yeah, sure. So think of it like it's a fictional representation of your ideal customer. It's a profile that includes things like their age, their gender, their occupation, their interests, their goals, their challenges. It's basically a way to, get inside the head of your target audience.
So it's like you're creating a character of the person you're trying to reach. And the more detail you have, the better you'll understand them and how to tailor your message.
Exactly. And the guide, it actually suggests creating multiple buyer personas
Yeah.
to represent the different segments within your target audience. So, for example, if you're selling fitness products, you might have a persona for beginners, a persona for experienced athletes, and maybe a persona for people over 40.
Right, because you're not going to market to a seasoned marathon runner the
Yeah.
same way you'd market to someone who's just starting their fitness journey.
Exactly. So once you have a really good understanding of your buyer persona, you can start putting together your sales page.
Okay, so what are the key elements of a good sales page? What are the things that really make it work?
Well, the guide, it really highlights a few things. First, it stresses how important it is to have a strong headline, something that grabs attention and really clearly communicates the value proposition. The headline is the first thing people see, so it needs to make them want to read more.
So something catchy and something that shows the benefit. What else does the guide say?
It also talks about the power of storytelling. Instead of just listing out features and benefits, you want to actually weave those things into a story, something that's going to connect with people on an emotional level. People are much more likely to remember a story than a list of bullet points.
Right, it's about making them feel something, not just giving them information.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you can't forget about social proof. The guide emphasizes how important it is to have things like testimonials, case studies, data to back up your claims. People are much more likely to trust you if they see that other people have had good experiences with the product.
So it's all about building that credibility. You're not just telling them, you're showing them why this is good.
Exactly. And the guide also recommends having a clear call to action. You don't want to leave people hanging. Tell them exactly what you want them to do. Click the button, buy the product, sign up for the free trial, make it super easy for them to take that next step.
Right, so sales pages are great for promoting a specific product, but the guide also mentions embedding links in, like articles and other content. Can you tell me more about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So the guide suggests, subtly weaving affiliate links into your content, especially in articles and blog posts and videos, where it makes sense to recommend a product. So, for example, if you're writing a post about the top 10 running shoes, you could include affiliate links to those shoes on Amazon or wherever you're promoting them.
Right, so you're giving them valuable content, and then you're making it easy for them to buy the products you're talking about. It feels less salesy.
Exactly. And it's really important to be transparent about your affiliate relationships. The guide says you should always have disclaimers so people know that you're earning a commission.
Right, transparency builds trust, which is really important in the long run. Does the guide say anything about how to write those disclaimers?
Yeah, it says, keep them clear, concise, and easy to understand. Something like, this post contains affiliate links, which means I may earn a commission if you make a purchase.
Straightforward. I like it. So we've got sales pages, we've got content integration. What other marketing strategies are in the guide?
Well, it goes into email marketing, which can be really powerful for building relationships and promoting affiliate products.
Email marketing. It's been around forever, but I've heard it's still one of the most effective ways to reach people. What does the guide say about using it for affiliate marketing?
Well, it stresses the importance of building a strong email list, by offering valuable stuff like free ebooks, checklists, or webinars. Then, once you have a list of people who are actually engaged, you can start sending them targeted emails that promote products that are relevant to their interests.
So you're not just spamming everyone with the same stuff. You're actually segmenting your audience
Yeah.
and giving them what they want.
Exactly. The guide recommends creating different email sequences for different buyer personas. So someone who just signed up for your free ebook, they might get a welcome sequence that introduces them to your brand and gives them some valuable content. And then once they've been engaging with your emails for a while, you can start showing them some affiliate products.
So it's like dating. You wouldn't propose on the first date.
Yeah, that's a good analogy. You got to build that relationship first.
We've covered a lot of ground here. Building a brand, creating good content, sales pages, email marketing. But what about reaching people who haven't heard of us yet? How do we get new customers?
Well, that's where paid advertising comes in. The guide talks about PPC platforms like Facebook
Yeah.
and Google Ads. It's a way to get your offers in front of a much bigger audience.
Okay, let's break that down. How does PTC work?
So basically, you bid on keywords or you target specific demographics. Your ad shows up when someone searches for those keywords or fits that demographic profile. And you pay a fee each time someone clicks on your ad.
So you can get really targeted traffic?
Exactly. And the guide, it emphasizes that.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be really careful with your targeting. You want to make sure you're reaching people who are actually interested in your products. So you can target by age, gender, location, interests, even behaviors.
So, for example, if I was promoting those running shoes.
Right. You would want to target people who are interested in running or fitness in general, or maybe specific shoe brands. You could even target people who have visited websites about running or fitness gear.
That's super specific. So you're not just showing your ad to random people.
Exactly. And the guide actually gets into the more technical parts of PPC, like keyword research, writing ad copy, optimizing landing pages, even tracking your conversions. It's a whole thing.
It sounds kind of complicated.
It can be, yeah.
Yeah.
But the guide gives you a good overview of the basics, and it points you to resources where you can learn more. It also recommends starting small and gradually scaling up as you get more experience.
So don't jump in head first. Test the waters first.
Exactly. What other marketing strategies does the guide talk about?
I know it mentions social media.
Yeah, it talks about using platforms like
Yeah.
Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, TikTok. But it warns against just spamming your followers with affiliate links. Instead, it says you should create engaging content. That provides value to your audience. And then you can subtly incorporate affiliate products into that content.
Right. So it's about being authentic.
Exactly. Think about it. Would you follow someone who's constantly trying to sell you stuff?
Probably not.
Right, but you might follow someone who shares interesting content, gives helpful tips, and occasionally recommends products that they actually use and like.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. So it's all about building trust, not just chasing those quick sales. We've covered a lot of marketing strategies today, from sales pages and content integration to email marketing and PPC. It seems like there's a lot to think about when it comes to promoting products. But in the guide, they mention leveling up, like using more advanced tools and strategies. Can you tell me more about that?
Yeah, that's where it gets really interesting. These are tools that can really streamline your whole operation and potentially boost your earnings significantly.
Okay, now I'm really curious. What kind of tools are we talking about?
So the guide introduces Genius, Link, and Trackonomics. These are platforms that can revolutionize how you manage your affiliate links.
Okay, I'm listening. Let's start with Genius Link. What's so great about it?
Well, one of the coolest things about Genius Link is it can automatically redirect users to the right Amazon store based on their location. So let's say you have an audience in the US and the UK. Genius Link will make sure people in the UK land on the UK Amazon store and people in the US land on the US store. No more lost sales because someone clicked the wrong link.
That's amazing. It would save so much time and hassle, especially if you're working with audiences in different countries. But what about products that aren't on Amazon? Can Genius Link handle those too?
Oh yeah, definitely. It supports a ton of different affiliate networks like ClickBank, Commission Junction, Share a Sale, all the big ones. It even has features like link shortening, A/B testing for your links, and really detailed performance tracking.
So it's like a command center for your whole affiliate marketing operation. What about Trackonomics? How does it compare?
Trackonomics is really similar, but one thing that sets it apart is that it supports even more affiliate programs, including some really high-ticket ones, like it works with EDX, the online learning platform. They offer courses, even MBA programs. Imagine getting a commission on someone signing up for an MBA.
Now that's a commission worth getting excited about. So both platforms offer streamlined link management, performance tracking, support for multiple affiliate networks. What are the main differences?
Well, the biggest difference is probably the price. Genius Link actually has a free plan, which is great if you're just starting out. Trackonomics, on the other hand, is a premium tool. It costs around $500 a month.
So Genius Link is more accessible for beginners, and Trackonomics is more for established affiliates or people who are working with those high-ticket programs, where that $500 a month would be worth it.
Exactly. And they both offer free trials, so you can try them both out and see which one you like better.
This is all really great information, but I gotta be honest, my head's spinning a little. Are there any, like, simple things we can do to improve our affiliate marketing right now, even without using those fancy tools?
Yeah, for sure. The guide really emphasizes the importance of testing and analyzing. You can't just set things up and forget about them. You have to track your results and actually make changes based on what the data is telling you.
So even without those advanced tools, we can still be data-driven.
Exactly. One simple but powerful technique the guide talks about is A/B testing. Basically, you create two slightly different versions of something, like a headline or an image or a call to action, and then you see which one performs better.
Can you give me an example from the guide? Like, how does that work in practice?
Sure. So let's say you're promoting an online course about productivity. You could create two different headlines. One could be get more done in less time, and the other could be unlock your productivity potential. Then you run an A/B test, and you track which headline gets more clicks and ultimately leads to more sales.
Wow, so even a small change like that can make a big difference.
Yeah, it can be surprising. And the best part is, you don't need any special tools to do A/B testing. You can set it up on most email marketing platforms
Mm-hmm.
and landing page builders.
That's good to know. The guide also mentions Google Analytics, right?
Right. Google Analytics is a free tool that lets you track your website traffic. You can see how people are finding your site, what pages they're visiting, what they're clicking on, how long they're staying. It's really valuable information.
It's like getting a behind-the-scenes look at how people are using your website.
Exactly. And once you have that data, you can make smarter decisions about your content, your website design, your whole marketing strategy.
This has been a really eye-opening deep dive. We've learned so much. From choosing products and building a brand, to creating great content and marketing it effectively. We even touched on some advanced tools and strategies.
It's clear that affiliate marketing has a ton of potential. But like the guide says, it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It takes work, it takes dedication, and you have to be committed to providing real value to your audience.
So if you had to sum up everything we've learned today, what would be the most important takeaway?
I think the biggest thing is, affiliate marketing is all about building trust and forming genuine relationships with your audience. It's not about tricking people into clicking your links. It's about recommending products that you believe in, products that will actually help people.
Well said. That pretty much wraps up our deep dive into affiliate marketing. Hopefully you're feeling inspired and ready to take action.
And remember, the learning never stops. This guide is a great starting point, but there are tons of resources out there to help you learn more and improve your skills.
That's right. Stay curious, stay engaged, and don't be afraid to experiment. We'd love to hear your thoughts on this episode and your own experiences with affiliate marketing. So connect with us on social media and share your insights.
Thanks for joining us, Sami.